When you think of art, what comes to mind? Possibly a painting or maybe even a sculpture. But what about wood? For one man in Hurlock, a simple hobby has taken off into something he says he never expected. Brian Spiros paid a visit to his workshop to see his talent come to life. Here's his story.
Art comes in all different forms. But for Craig Vernon of Hurlock, his art is made out of wood.
I like to do woods that most people won't touch, that they would throw in their fireplace.
Craig got his skill years ago by watching his father, who also had a passion for woodworking. He got his start making furniture, then the focus turned to what you see here.
I stopped doing that because of the lack of space. And furniture is just so big, and I started turning pens and graduated to a bigger lathe to do bigger bowls.
You may be wondering what a lathe is. It's this machine right here which helps shape pieces of wood. Craig took us inside his workshop where a simple hobby has taken on a life of its own. And the work that goes into it all takes both time and skill. He showed us all that's involved.
So explain to me what we're doing here.
We're attaching a drive spur so we can mount it to the lathe.
Loaded and locked into place, this is where the craftsmanship comes to life.
All right, so now that that's on there, explain what we're gonna do.
We're gonna use the gouge to start shaping it.
All right, let's go.
Tool in hand, Craig begins his work. And he even let me give it a try. First, I needed a pair of safety glasses.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm turning wood.
As I started shaping the wood, the shavings came off like confetti. You're probably admiring that unique color. Craig says it's like that because he gets much of his wood shipped to him from Hawaii.
The Hawaiian woods, they just have the color and grain and just different, very interesting.
After shaping the wood with the lathe, it then goes through a process from sanding to staining.
What's inside this container right here?
This is the finish. This is where the magic happens.
All right, let's see the magic.
And this is, I use an oil finish. This is to actually saturate the wood, and it creates a translucent look.
Gives it that glass shiny look.
Yes, and it brings out these black lines, which is called spalt.
Bowls, vases, and more. Craig takes wood that would otherwise be discarded and turns it into a masterpiece. Just ask his wife, Carol.
It started with him turning a bowl and giving it to me, and then the next one he gave to me, and then after a year or so, we were just bombarded with bowls.
I started making things for my wife, and it snowballed, and we run out of room in there, so she decided to try and sell them.
I took some to work and was going to put in my office, and my boss saw them, and she just went crazy over them and bought some, and then that's what gave me the idea, you know, why don't we try and sell some of these?
Just Making It Woodworks was born. Now Craig has customers all over the United States, even as far away as Asia and Australia. A world at his fingertips from this tiny backyard workshop.
I'm kind of modest. I'm surprised that people are buying, you know, my work.
One of the most valued pieces of work, this vase. It may look ordinary, but it's not. It was made from the wood of a tree that Amelia Earhart herself planted in Hawaii. And it all goes to show how a simple hobby can turn into something so much more.
It's just awesome every time he brings one in. It's just, oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
It's far from work at all. It's just fun.
Wow, and the bowl Brian was working on? Here it is. Isn't that beautiful? And what's even more amazing about Craig's story, he literally taught himself. He told Brian he bought books on it, Never read them, just referred to them when he needed to know something specific. And he joins us today, or this afternoon, on Delmarva Life. Good job. Very beautiful. Still to come on Delmarva Life. He's been called the next pop icon, and he's in the studio with us this afternoon. 13-year-old Griffin Dunn performs next. Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.
Just to see you.